bidding, yes. You cannot start the bidding with a double. I've had several people try to do that. That's what's known as an illegal call, and it bans your partner from the bidding. Yeah. So don't open the bidding with a double. That doesn't work. Okay, so if you want to get into the auction, but you think you might want to use a takeout double, what does your hand have to look like? How many points do you need to have?
At least opening.
Well, you should have opening, yes. Absolute minimum, 11 high card points. Absolute minimum. I've seen people do it with less, but that's asking to get in trouble. Because you are commanding your partner to bid. Your partner must bid, no matter how poor a hand he has. So,
You're saying, take me out of double.
yes, take me out of this. That's what the takeout double means, yes.
Even if there's bidding between you?
We're going to get to that.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We're going to get to that. All right. So you need to have an opening hand. How many cards should you have in the opponent's suit?
Zero.
No more than.
Well, ideally you would have 0, yes, but does it work if you have 3 cards in the opponent's suit? Not well.
No.
Not well. Ideally you have a singleton or a void, but certainly no more than 2 cards. Because when you use a takeout double, you're telling your partner basically, I have a hand that will make a great dummy. I have support for all of the suits except the one the opener bid. I have at least 3 cards in all the suits, and if there's an unbid major, I'm going to try my darndest to have 4 cards in it. So shortness in the opener suit is required. You will find people still who double just to show an opening hand. If you do that, your partner has no idea what you have. No idea.
What
So-
is in?
No, no more than.
No.
No more than. So, no more than 2 cards in the opener suit. And how many cards in any of the unbid suits?
At least 3.
At least 3. Yes. At least 3 cards in any of the unbid suits. Many's the time I've wanted to double, and I've had a doubleton in an unbid suit. Does not make for a suitable takeout double at all. Because you know what suit your partner's going to bid, don't you? Yes, that one, the 2-card suit. Never fails. Just accept it and go on. Don't fight it. Because the more you fight it, the more you're going to regret it. And I don't know about you, but after you've done it for about the 3rd time, my partner begins to get the, "Oh, I thought you knew better than to do that" look on his face. Yes.
So you don't do a takeout double then if you have really good cards in the opening?
Well, that's right.
Okay.
Maybe
I've
you
always
have,
thought- That's what I always look for, to double somebody.
but we're not doubling for
Penalty.
penalty. This
Okay.
is not a double for
So that's a
penalty.
penalty double?
Yes, when
Okay.
you're doubling because you've got good cards in the opponent's suit, you're doubling for penalty. What chance do you have of setting a 1 heart or a 1 spade bid? Virtually 0, right? Now, if your partner has 5 or 6 cards in their suit and you have an opening hand, well, the odds just went up. But then it's up to your partner to pass that takeout double. That's one time when partner can pass the takeout double.
Say that again.
If he has 5 or 6 cards in the opponent's suit, it should be headed by something like the Queen, Jack, 10.
And good points otherwise?
No, he doesn't have to have a whole lot of points. You've got an opening hand, he's got a trump stack.
Ah.
Between those 2 things, the opening bidder is just hung out to dry, basically. So that's one time when he can
Plus,
pass.
he's on the right-hand side of the better hand, so that means you can't finesse from.
Well, sometimes it works out that way, but anytime you've got a trump stack out against you, it's terrible. It works better if it's in front of you so you can just over-trump whatever they play, but it doesn't always work that way. Doesn't always work that way. Yes, Julie?
Does that trump that you just said, trump, double, you would want to double someone in the game, so someone's like already at game, and then if you double, that means.
That's a whole different subject. That's a whole different subject. Takeout doubles are typically low-level doubles. They come along in the first round of bidding. So if your opponents have bid, and they've gotten the game, and all of a sudden your partner pulls out the double card, that usually means he has a trump stack. And he thinks they can't make the bid. That's for penalty. That is not what we're talking about tonight. This one says, partner, take me out. Take me out of this double. Please don't leave it in. I have nothing in their suit, but I have a good hand, and I can support whatever your suit is. So, this is all well and good. But one thing that you need to know is, well, okay, we know how to use this correctly. How does the responder bid? Well, it's actually pretty logical. If you have 0 to 8 points, you just bid your best suit at the cheapest level you can.
So let me just make it clear for my own opener, the other people, responder. The other people did the double, and now we're talking
No,
about.
your partner did put the double
I
down.
thought responder was the opener's.
He is. This is the person who's how do you respond to a takeout double?
Okay, okay.
Technically, he is the advancer.
Okay.
Well, I've got some examples here later on. Thank you, Jim. So, 0 to 8 points, a decent 4 or 5 card suit, bid it at the cheapest level you can. If you have no points in your hand, bid your longest suit. Don't pass, especially if you don't have a whole lot of the opener suit. Some very bad scores come along when people do that. Do you know what happens when you double somebody and they make the bid? Oh, if they're vulnerable and they make any over tricks, they get 100 points per trick over that they make. If they're in a part score and you double them in the game, they get the game bonus. It's terrible. So when your partner puts down the takeout double, don't hang him out to dry for doing it. Be sure you bid, unless you have a very good reason not to. Now then,
And you have to do that even if the person between you has been.
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Okay. Sometimes you have some decent cards in the opener suit. You've got 8 to 11-ish points, and maybe you've got, say, open a spade, maybe you've got king, queen, 4. I mean, you might have bid that if the opener hadn't bid that suit. In that case, you can bid one neutral. That shows 8 to 11 points. 8 to 11 points and some what? What in addition to 8 to 11 points?
Stoppers.
At least one stop in the opponent's suit. 2 would be better. 1's good, 2 are better. And it could be king, queen, it might be ace, jack, might be ace, jack, 10, something like that. Doesn't have to be a solid run of stops. You just have to be able to stop the suit. Now then, we come to the part about if the opponent bids in between the doubler and your chance to bid. What happens is, if you have 6 to 8 points, in other words, if you're on the top, with 6 to 8 points, if your partner opened a heart and you had 3 card support with 6 to 8 points, what would you do? You would bid 2 hearts, wouldn't you? Even if somebody bid between you. Same thing here. If your partner doubles instead and you have 6 to 8 points, bid your suit. He has advertised that he has support for you. So bid your suit. That's called a free bid. Failure to bid there means that you really, really have a dog of a hand. Really, really bad hand. No, you can't coax a bid out of me for anything. Sometimes when people have 6 to 8 points, partner finds out about it later and he thinks, well, they just won't bid. I'll just have to make up for that, and so he overbids. And the next time you think, oh yeah, I should have bid that time before, so I'll bid this time. And now your partner says, oh, last time you didn't bid, you should have. So I better bid extra. So what happens is that both of you are bidding your hand. Does that result in a good score? Hardly ever. So it's incumbent on you, if you have values, to show them to your partner. Otherwise, he may start trying to bid your hand for you. And that's, oh boy, that's a long walk off a short dog. Seriously. I've been there, done that, tried it, doesn't work. Doesn't work. If you have 9 to 11 points, well, hey, you and your partner have the lion's share of what's in the deck, right? If there are 40 points in the deck, and he's got at least 12, and you've got 9 to 11, you have the majority of the points. Do you think it makes sense to bid a hand with 10 points the same way you would bid a hand with 5 points? Of course not. So when you have that many points, jump a level. Even if somebody bids in between, you have enough. Yes, Russ?
What does jump a level mean?
Well, it means instead of bidding at the cheapest level, go one up higher than that. So in other
Okay.
words, well, we'll get to this one here in just a second. I've got an example that I'll show you. Here's some examples of the first 3. This is north, this is south. East opens to bidding 1 spade. Does everybody see that this is a good hand for a takeout double? At least 3 cards in all of the unbid suits and 4 cards in the unbid major. Yay, perfect hand. 7, 10, 14 high card points even. That's a pretty good hand, isn't it? So he doubles. This fella over here passes. This one's not so pretty, is it? What should he bid? You think he should pass, really?
No, 2 diamonds.
4 spades? You need at least 5 spades, and you need a lot better spades than that to have a prayer of setting a 1-level bid. If you pass that, your partner's going to be very unhappy when this guy makes 2 or 3. Very unhappy. 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds, absolutely. That's not a great suit. You bid at the cheapest level that you can to show your suit, and you just have to hope that partner has good diamonds for you. You know he's short in spades, don't you? So you don't have to worry too much about those 4 losing spades. Just hope he has enough trump that you can use them to trump those.
If there's another, if the opener's partner bids,
Yeah, this hand is off the hook.
then you pass.
Then this guy, if this fellow over here happened to bid, then he's off the hook. With 2 points, yeah.
You only have 7 trump, 7 diamonds.
Well, that's all right, that's what goes. You're not, this is not a perfect game, guys. There are how many billions of possible card combinations? Partner asked you to show your best suit, and you did. But you got the ace, king, queen. If they break 3-3, who knows? You might get out, okay.
At what point would you bid a no trump in that hand? Let's say you fix that bottom suit.
With this,
No, the first
well,
one.
for one thing, it's got to have more high card points in it than that.
Yeah, just barely, just one more. If it.
The
for
one no
overcall.
trump overcall is the most dangerous bid in bridge. And I'll tell you why. Opener's already gotten his bid in. His partner knows what he has. He also knows how many points they have between them. He knows whether overcaller's partner, the advancer, is broke or not.
Right,
That's something that this guy cannot possibly know.
right.
That's when the double card comes out. Many, many times. Many times. I would overcall 1 no trump with that. I'd want ace queen third, or ace jack third, since I'm sitting behind him, and I would want more than 15 points. I don't overcall a no trump with 15 points. It's too dangerous. I know most people play 15 to 18, but I've been burned lots of times. So I just don't do it anymore.
If your short suit's the other guy's suit in particular, right? If
Well,
if it
yeah.
was- Yeah, if it wasn't a spade suit, it was, if he did a heart, then your point range would be.
Well, yeah, then I wouldn't hesitate to overcall a no trump if I had more points than that. But in general, every time I'm thinking about opening 1 no trump and I'm in 2nd or 3rd seat, I hold my breath until I'm sure that I can open a no trump. Because sure as shooting, somebody's gonna bid the suit where I have a worthless double. There goes my one no-trump bid. But if I have a worthless doubleton, I can put down the takeout double card. Have my partner bid if I don't have a 5-card suit, right? Mike asked a good question earlier. He said, what should I do with a 5-card suit? If you have a 5-card suit, bid it. Say for instance, if your right-hand opponent opens a heart and you have 5 spades, your partner is not going to bid spades with a 3-card suit. So you can't expect to find a 5-3 fit. If you have a 5-card suit that's a decent suit, just bid it. Just bid it. Don't use the takeout double. Takeout doubles are generally used when you don't have more than 4 cards in an outside suit. You might have 5 of a minor. You know, minor suits are okay for playing part scores, but it's not where we want to play generally, is it? That's not where the money is, as they say. So, let's look at this one. This time, East opens a heart. Everybody see that South can double here? 4-card support for spades. He has only a doubleton in hearts, and he certainly has enough points. So, next fella passes, and it's up to this one right here. What should he bid?
The main.
They opened with a heart.
Don't
That
be
might be a
wrong.
little awkward,
No.
Mike.
2 claims. 2 claims.
You want to bid spades with 2 of them in your hand? I got a flash for you. 4 2 fits don't play well. That's-
How about no trump?
Sure. How about one no trump?
But didn't
You don't have 8 points.
Well, it's got 7 in it. You know? And you know that, well, you know the partner doesn't have more than 2 of these, but you've got the Queen, Jack, 9, 8.
Which is pretty good.
That's really a decent stop. If partner doesn't like it, he'll do something else. And in fact, really, about the last thing you want to see when you put down the takeout double card is for your partner to bid no trump. Because you're short in the opener suit and can't help him with a stop there at all. So you want to play in a suit opposite a takeout double if you can, but what are you going to do? Bid a 4-card club suit with ace empty? That's just, ooh. Look what he's got. How would you like to play?
But you are in front of the guy with all the spades, so you're not going to get all of them anyhow, even with that.
Well, but he bid hearts, he didn't bid
I
spades.
mean, hearts.
Yeah,
So, you
Yeah.
know, they spend have finesses on them.
well, it depends on where the 10 is.
Yeah.
And who knows, partner, you know, this guy over here may have one of the heart honors. You'll know with the opening lead where they are. So, now how about this one? Once again, East opens a heart, South doubles. This time he has a singleton. This fellow passes. No, he doesn't. He bids 2 hearts. This guy over here raises his partner's heart. What should this guy do?
Spade?
You betcha, 2 spades all day long. You've got 6 points in your hand. Your partner effectively told you he has 4 spades. He can't bid spades because he doesn't have a 5th one. You have 4 of them and you have 6 points. Basically what you're doing is raising his spades. Does that make sense?
So he doubled with just 11, well, okay, the single.
Yeah,
He just had 11 points, but he doubled.
that's all right.
He could have just 3 spades, right?
He might. He might. There are no certainties and guarantees in this game.
Well, that's true, I'm sure.
You pay your money and you take your chances, but you go with what works most of the time. And most of the time, your partner will have 4 cards in an unbid major. And if you play a 4-3 fit, it builds character. So try not to cry. Try not to cry. Now, I'll show you the example of what it means to skip a little. And then let's see.
On that second hand, was that a one no trump?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. This hand now has 10 points in it. We're gonna bid this hand the same way we did that first one? No. Instead of bidding 2 spades, what are we gonna bid?
3.
3 spades. That says, partner, I have 9 to 11 points. In other words, an invitational hand here opposite your opening hand. If you've got better than the dead minimum takeout double, think about bidding game. Is it possible for somebody to open and have partner raise him and then you be able to make game? Sure it is. Here we have one of the reasons right there. Shape is just as important as high card points. Just as important. I've seen games made on 21 points.
So you do that with 4, knowing the odds are fantastic that your partner who doubled also has 4. Or he would have. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can't, if you get nervous about it, just take a deep breath. It only hurts for a little while.
Play the next one, you know?
Okay, there's one other type of double that happens on the first round of the bidding, and that's the so-called big double. You're not going to know the difference when your partner first puts down the double card between a common garden variety takeout double, and we're going to go into some more responses and stuff as we get further along into this. But, and then we're going to talk about this too, but it's the so-called big double. It shows a hand that's worth at least 19 points. And everybody always says, well, how do I know whether my partner has that hand or this hand? You don't.
And that's total points.
Yes, total points.
Not that high card.
Yes, you know that that's happened when your partner doubles and you bid your best suit and he bids something else. So when you are thinking about doubling, and I've caught myself several times thinking, okay, well, I only have 2 diamonds here, and of course he's going to bid diamonds, but I've got this other suit over here that I could bid, and I think, no, wait a minute. If I do that, Jim will think I have 19 points. I have 13. So sometimes when you're sitting there with an opening hand, you don't have the right shape for doubling. Maybe you have 3 cards in the opponent's suit, don't have enough to bid no trump, or you don't have a stop in their suit. I've had to pass with 16 points in my hand before because I had a worthless doubleton in the opponent's suit. Wrong shape to use a takeout double. That kills me. But there's no bid that accurately describes my hand, so I pass. All pass means, pass doesn't necessarily mean I don't have anything. It means I don't have a bid that describes my hand. That's what it means in that situation. So one day there was a man and he walked into a men's clothing store. He went and found the manager and he said, I want you to hire me. I'm a great salesman. The manager says, well, we really don't need any salesmen. Oh, but you don't understand. I'm the world's greatest salesman. I can sell ice cubes to Eskimos. The man says, I said, we don't need any salesmen. This goes on for quite a while, and finally the guy says, you know, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You see that suit over there on the wall? After you get it down and dust it off, you will see that it has padded shoulders, pointy lapels, and a belt in the back. And it's that one that's kind of blue, green, orange, and pink plaid over there. I'm going to go to lunch here, and I'm going to be gone about an hour. If when I come back you have sold that suit, then you've got a job. The guy says, you're on. So the man leaves, and in about an hour he comes back, and he thinks, oh my gosh, he looks around, the place is a pit. Carpet is ripped up, showcase has been turned over, merchandise is all over the floor, but he looks for the suit and it's gone. And he says, well, hey, the suit's gone. Did you sell it? And he said, sure did. He says, well, it seems like you might have had a little trouble with the customer. And the man says, no, not a bit of trouble with the customer, but man, that CNI dog was something else.